What's up, mates? How we doing? Ah, feels good. Hi. All right. I feel like every time I slither on here, I don't have enough time, but I believe I do have all the time in the world. So I just have to go with the flow. So today I did my project, and this is my own personal reflection. And before I get into this, hello, what's shaking? Professor Snake Bones here, the Venom Cracker, and my inner child is RattleB. And RattleB represents truth, truth that we are all the same underneath this meat flesh that we are renting on planet Earth. And I know that sounds wild, so take what resonates. But I did state this is my own personal reflection. Yeah? Okay. So I always get nervous. So welcome to the ER Playground ICU RattleB 6D. And just for my own clarification, ER means embodied release. And basically that means there's no choreography. You just move your body. You move whatever feels aligned for you. There's no right, there's no wrong. And another way to break that down, if you're at a club, you just move your body. What I really like to use are raves like Coachella, EDC. I really feel the deep connection there. So that is what ER means, embodied release, because we believe issues are in the tissues. And if you believe movement is medicine, then maybe this reflection is for you. Oh, I got a thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. So yeah, ER Playground. The playground is not like a playground that you may think about, like with swings and slides. It's a playground of just raw expression, raw movement. And that is what that is. And ICU, I don't mean intensive care unit. I believe I see you. I see the pain, the heartbreak, the grief, the separation, the misunderstanding, the weird, the wacky. I see you. I see your inner child. And if your inner child has been buried, maybe this is where we can unbury them. Yeah? Okay. So, and RattleB is my inner child. Did I say that? I'll say it again. He's my inner child. And I believe we all have an inner child. Just look at Spider-Man, right? Just look at Power Rangers, VR Troopers, G.I. Joe, Garfield. The list goes on. So anyway, today I did my presentation, and I like to say I gave birth because that's what it feels like. It feels like I literally gave birth to this idea that I gave thought to over this last year. And I just wanted to create a space where I can just be. And so today I did it in front of my cohort, half of them. And I was so nervous. And so my partner's here, and my partner comes up, "You're going first." I'm like, "What? No, I'm not ready. Fuck." So all of these things are going through my brain, and then they tell me you're doing your presentation in the chapel. And I thought that was very ironic, in the chapel. Okay. And what's also very powerful is like soon as I walked through that chapel, it was like this wave of energy hit me. It's like I lived this before. I know that might sound really weird, but it feels like I lived this experience before. And then just walking and looking at, they have like these two stickers on the wall, and they're birds. And I literally have the very similar birds on my side as tattoos. And then I look up, and then there's this, on this glass, there's another like picture, and it's of a yin yang. And I thought that was very powerful because I've been telling my partner, I feel like we are the yin and the yang. And so, like, all these emotions really started to creep up inside. And I don't want to say I am a perfectionist, no, but I feel like I just want to give my all. I just want to give my best, especially for something that I'm really passionate about. And that is unconditional love, and that is having a space where we can just all belong. So anyway, I'm like rushing around, and I'm thinking, okay, I got this, I got that, okay. And then I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to do this in a chapel? Because the whole point is to move our bodies and to be expressive. And how am I going to do this in a playground? Let me flip this way. And so anyway, the lighting's better this way. There we go. And so I grab everything and I tell myself, the only thing I really can do now is just give it my all. And the whole purpose of the ER is embodied release. And so that tells my nervous system, okay, I don't have to read word for word. I can just go with the flow. So I got there, I got everything set up. I got the toy chest, I got the mirror, I got the Tortellina, that's like my party box. Anyway, I got that, I got the skeleton, I got everything set up. I literally turned this chapel into an ER playground slash labor delivery because we are getting ready to birth our idea, right? And so I started the process. I got everyone grounded. And what I noticed was I couldn't get my freaking gown off because the gown represents we drop the ego. There's nothing to prove because we know when we come to the Rattle Playhouse, we are bone, we are unconditional love, and we are energy. So I'm like struggling to get the freaking gown off so I can get into the Rattle suit. And then I'm like, fuck it. And so I just move my body, and then where I really, really, really loved is once the song was done, I asked someone in the cohort circle, would anyone like to come up and witness your playmate go through this experience to unbury their inner child. And so I picked a rattlemate, and I picked a female because RattleB, yes, male, masculine energy, but I really wanted the feminine to also see because this is masculine and the feminine, almost like the yin and the yang. And so her superpower was invisible. She likes to be invisible. And so I was just asking some really powerful, deep questions and like somatic questions and holistic inquiry questions, and just really trying to unbury where the venom really just vomited all over her toy chest. And the toy chest is our imagination. So during the process, it was really powerful. We only had 30 minutes, and I don't really like working under pressure, especially when it comes to a time limit. But the facilitator, she was keeping track of the time. And so I got through the process. It was really nice. But then the feedback Ooh, the feedback. Here we go. Feedback is like, how do I feel about feedback? It's bittersweet, but the feedback was very interesting. And what's interesting is my whole belief system is liberation, freedom. And she was triggered. And I believe, well, what triggered her is, God, I'm like nervous to say this. Fuck. What triggered her was their American flag that I put on her. And I know that's a really, really, really touchy subject. But the reason why I put it over her was for her to be seen, for her to like wrap her up in freedom, freedom of liberation, freedom of expression, freedom for your inner child. And she stated she didn't necessarily like it because she doesn't like what this country is going through. And I just had to sit there and just listen. Feedback is not always, and I know it's nothing personal, right? But still. And then I had another feedback was, what was my brother saying? Oh, he was saying that he didn't grow up with Power Ranger toys. And I was like, my venom was like, well, if you were listening, I literally said action figures, but whatever, feedback's feedback. And then someone else, another cohort said, less is more. And yeah, I get it. But the whole point is, oh, and then someone else said, I feel like you were performing, and I wasn't performing, but what they don't understand is when you move your body every day and when you create and play every day, to someone it might look like a performance, but to me it was just raw expression. But feedback is feedback, right? And it's good. It's good to hear this because I trust these beautiful souls. And I was really thrown off my game because I didn't have skull face on. And what they were telling me was it was kind of muffled. So I had to take my fucking mask off. I'm like, fuck. And so I just kind of like got out of the flow a little bit. But I was able to get back into the flow. And yeah, but the beauty of it is the one who was in the mirror doing the mirror work, she felt seen. And she was able to talk about the bite. And we were able to undig and to find out some things about her inner child. And we were able to celebrate her. And I gave her a shit. Now I'm thinking about it. I forgot to give her the diploma. Whatever. And I gave her a metal, what do you call it? Like a metal award around the neck. The whole point is to feel seen and celebrated. And but this is the big juicy part. The owner of like LDT, she was my mentor and she was timing me and she was just saying, wow, brilliant. I've seen a lot of mirror work before, but I've never seen mirror work like this, where you are literally with your playmate. You don't leave them. You're right there in the mirror with them. And that's, to me, when I heard that, it really resonated because that's the beauty. I want us in this playground to not feel that we are alone and to feel that we are one and we are going through this together. So I got it done. Could I have done it better? Yes. Are there things I would have changed? Yes. Am I happy for what I did? Yes, because I put a lot, a year of just a lot of hard work, and there's so much that I can't actually show. Maybe later I can show it, maybe after I submit my project, but there's documentary of the actual human being in the playground and moving their bodies and witnessing the venom slither out of their bodies and seeing the smile on their face. I'm parched. So all in all, I had an amazing time. And it just feels good to get it done. I can like rest tonight, kind of. But I do feel very stiff in my body. I feel like I need to fucking move. And where I'm at, it's not as easy because there's mud everywhere. I forgot my fucking tennis shoes. You know, just being a human. But I really do miss my playground. And I miss connecting with my rattle mates. RattleB misses his playmates. But yeah, so hopefully very soon I can get back to what I love most. And but yeah, I really want to talk about the flag because I how can I say this? I wasn't aware it was going to trigger her. I did think that's why I've changed my profile picture. You don't see RattleB in the American flag anymore. You see him in the neon cheetah because I believe we all are born wild and free. I mean, think about it. We are born naked, right? And I believe we are all different colors and we have so many different backgrounds. But I believe when all that is said and done, we still breathe the same air. We still live on the same planet. And that's why the new colors are neon rainbow. But what am I going to do? I'm already here. Am I going to abracadabra, let's make a neon rainbow flag? I wish. But honestly, without even politics getting involved, the red, white, and blue just means freedom and liberation for your own individual self. Leaving politics out of this, but it's crazy. It's crazy how just what's going on in the world and how it's affecting people. And the only thing I really know how to do is create a space where we're not being fixed, where we can just move and breathe and just be. And that's what we do here. So, yeah, that's my check-in. And if you're vibing with this soul medicine, thank you. I appreciate you. I see you. And if you're wondering what this is still, it's it's a space where we can just move our bodies freely without judgment. It's a place where we can rattle, shake. That's what this place is. All right, well, I have to get out of here, but